Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Will here. So a while back, my friends and I decided to attempt to film a podcast. It kind of went wrong. I forgot to record the audio. I only have one of the point of views. We had two others, and one of them was pretty shit anyways. But, so, this is what we've got. Maybe in the future we'll do another one, but we'll actually do it correct. And if you guys want to see something like that, let me know. But for now, I'm just going to leave this here and enjoy the rest of this shit.
Okay, recording that once?
Starting recording on this one too.
I'm gonna speak to this camera.
Adam,
I don't want to make a good point.
I'm turning up the exposure.
I'm just gonna talk to you guys. I'm not gonna talk to the camera.
Asians can be weeaboos.
First topic of the day: Citrus Season 1.
Shut up!
Okay. I guess I'll do kind of the lead-in.
Okay.
So where are we starting already? We
Wait
starting now?
Well,
Wait for
we gotta wait for Adam.
No, we don't.
So server that.
I'm just the camera, man.
I'm keeping myself on.
You're just the camera.
Actually, no. But I kind of need myself. Adam.
What?
What is Jake fanfic?
I'm actually doing
Don't ask.
I want to know too,
Wait,
but
what?
he doesn't want to say.
What? Jake fanfic? Greatest literary piece ever to exist. No debate. Alright, is that how you're sitting?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
I get the feeling a lot of. That's fine actually.
Rolling.
So are we good?
Yeah, start recording on that.
I already did.
Everyone's recording. Your computer's recording.
I'm not, Shatter.
Your computer's recording well.
Yeah, downstairs is recorded.
Are you
So-
sure?
So.
I'm
all right.
sure, but now
Remember
you're
push to
Stop,
talk.
stop,
We
stop.
literally cannot forget push to
Everyone,
talk.
yeah, don't forget push to talk. Do it
Oh.
again. No, what are you doing? You can't do that. Hold on. Stop! You have to sync 3 cameras up.
Okay.
It's hard. Whoever's editing this is gonna have to suffer. It's gonna be me, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be you. Don't you want to do this?
That one's not gonna get in the frame though.
It's okay. It's fine.
He's done 5.
It's going to be okay.
Alright,
We're gonna have a sound clap right here and it'll be good.
Wait, why do we need these on if everyone's deafened?
Yeah, you don't.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you're talking with it,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
talking
fine.
mine.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Jack's just got it there.
Jack will send it for
Okay, that's fine.
Fuck you.
Alright, ready? And make sure if you're using push to talk, you gotta.
Yeah.
Please, don't forget that. Please.
Yeah.
That's a little better.
Alright, we're good?
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants the intro?
I got it.
Well,
Okay, got it.
What should we say?
hold it. I'm actually gonna keep these on.
Hey guys, Wilhelm here.
Alright, so
No.
Hey guys. Well,
So, welcome to the first Eminence
push talk.
talk.
push to talk.
do you have push to talk on?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, who's not using push? Well, everyone's deafened. You can't hear anything.
But also, it's not showing up at the speaker.
Oh yeah, his doesn't show up because
Oh,
he's on like some stupid shit right now. Here.
Okay.
It doesn't show up when you're definitely you speak.
Here, I'm just gonna keep these on just in case. Alright, go.
Alright, so welcome to the first and only Eminence podcast on the internet.
Okay, you
So
know,
today
stop, you're doing this wrong.
Welcome to the Eminence podcast. Today we've got me, Wilhelm.
We're gonna do like 3 intros and just take whichever
Yeah.
one's better.
Alright, so welcome to the Eminence podcast. Today we've got me, Wilhelm, Ingar, Adam over here, Walker, aka Conquer Walks. We got Samuel15, and I think you guys can guess his name. We've got Flying Melons over there, or Midori, or Jake,
I don't
depending
know.
on who you ask. And we've got Jack Attack 6191. I know it's gonna be hard to figure out what his name is, but yeah.
Obviously.
Your mic's echoing.
Fuck.
You turn on push to talk.
Sure.
I think push to talk, except Will's mic. For some reason, Will's mic work. Alright, we're
Mine
gonna.
is-
Yeah, that was 100% echo.
I think lean all the way down and like have the slider all the way up to pick me up.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yes.
We're good. What is up, guys? Ingar here today, bringing you the first episode of the Eminence podcast. Over here on my left, I've got Wilhelm.
Got it. We're done.
Jack.
We're done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Can we just
okay.
get this intro done? Because that's gonna be only recorded for like 30 minutes. I'll have to get up and like. Yeah, okay.
Okay, go.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Eminence podcast. Today I'm joined with Will, Walker, Sam, Jake, and Jack, and I myself am Adam. So we've got a number of topics today ranging from gaming and online stuff to real life stuff in a good miscellaneous category. So I think we'll start right off with our personal channels here. So as you guys know, we've got Will's channel here around 1,200 subs.
Yeah, about there.
And
It's
we've
a
got,
Bots though.
and we've got my own channel at 1,300, and we've got, it says Flying Melons in very small text here, so would you like to comment on that?
I don't make videos anymore, but
It's
I
still
mean,
a thing.
barely. You just need to.
Just something, this will be uploaded to both the Ingar channel, the Wilhelm channel, and the Eminence channel, and possibly the Flying Melons channel.
That would not.
I use-
That is not.
If it
That's,
even exists.
that's not going to be my comeback video.
Well, well, who knows? But then the rest will all be on the Eminence
For
channel.
the record,
If
I
we
had a
continue.
YouTube channel and I had 24 subscribers.
That's
Wow.
wonderful. If
And
you're
I
not over
will-
1,000, no one cares.
I will not be uploading this to my old channel.
Yeah, I remember the Beaver channel. It's something Beaver.
Okay, let's start with our first topic here.
Yeah.
We've got, obviously we all play Rainbow Six Siege here, one of the most, it's
Some
it's
better
growing at a
players.
huge rate right now.
Yeah,
on
it
Steam.
really is.
Doesn't it have more players right now than it has ever had?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
4 or 5 Steam charts right now. It's really impressive that they brought it back up.
Correct.
Honestly, I would credit the growth of Siege probably 100% to the starter edition. Which,
Oh yeah, definitely.
like,
Yeah.
let's be real here, is probably the most genius scam that Ubisoft has ever created.
Scam.
Yeah, scam.
I mean,
let's be real here, alright? You're paying $15 for a game that's normally, what, 40? Okay, so you're paying $15 for a $40 game.
Yeah.
Off the bat, right away, that seems a great deal. I'm gonna get a cheap game. But here's the thing, Siege heavily revolves around operators, especially if you're getting into like gold, even silver ranks. Operators are incredibly important. You can't just start off with recruit. So the starter edition, you're gonna be getting the
Watch
game
it.
and everything. You're gonna be getting the game, but you're gonna be spending a long ass time to rank up. And myself with my Smurf account, I only have like 16 operators and I've got easily 200 hours on the account. Whereas my main, I have every single operator by 50 hours easily. So, yeah, Siege is growing at a huge rate. Obviously, all of us are very into it. We've got Will here, who just recently hit Plat 3. We've got Walker. Oh, okay. Let's just break the truth to everybody, yeah? Will did not really get Plat 3.
Well,
carried.
thanks to defer.
I'd say a large amount of Will's success in Plat is due to me.
Oh, okay, all right.
Of course.
Yeah, most
Definitely.
Ingar, some may.
Yeah,
We
Definitely
not
not
Jake. An excellent,
Okay, all right.
excellent player. Oh wait, hold up. He
I-
got the winning kill.
Yeah, I got the winning kills for
He
2
did.
games.
Yeah, you clutched it for us.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for you.
But
The general.
Hey, are we ever gonna
overlay
see that
of
game
everything.
on the Wilhelm channel, Will? Did you
No,
record
it was not recorded.
Adam, weren't you recording it?
I was recording the
Yeah,
Okay,
last
then
moments you ranked up.
Yeah, maybe
So you
we.
got that footage.
Okay.
I would
See
like
it,
to
see
place
it.
the
Yeah, right.
majority of the credit on Adam's strat calling.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
blowing up every
No,
wall.
actually,
is
I'll-
strategies.
Every site ever and hope for the best. Works every time.
Precisely. Impact grenades and shotguns are
ACOG
the key to
boys.
success in this game. The ACOGs. Incredible.
Yeah, I can't speak from experience. I wasn't there.
You got dropped for a good reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair.
oh my god.
Also didn't want to play anymore.
Who doesn't want to play Siege? What's wrong with you?
Ooh.
What's wrong with you here?
I mean,
Okay.
like,
Get out of here.
going back to what you were
Podcast.
saying, about the starter edition, I did only have like 4 ops at the beginning, and it was like, as soon as I bought the year 1 pass, it was so much more fun. Like literally, I don't think I would. I think I would just like have quit if I didn't buy those extra ops.
There's no doubt about it that the starter edition really fucks everyone over, but
They think they
Operators
get a
are-
good deal, but they.
exactly, operators are the biggest part of Siege. Let's see what else. We've got personal rankings covered and goals by the end of Operation Chimera. What ranks are we trying to hit here?
Well, I'm uninstalling the game. I hope you all know that. I'm not touching it again.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
can die a happy net.
The sad,
Class
the,
3 and happy.
the sad thing is that I believe you.
This man is one
I'm
carry
5
flat.
away from going back to gold. I don't want to do that.
Well, see, little do you know, Will, a game of Siege is actually running on your computer right now.
No, you're kidding. I was down there last.
I opened it in another desktop so you didn't see it.
Run, Will, run.
Hey,
I like-
I'm doesn't see him. Hey, I'm
You're
literally
in a right now.
I'm like
I think
saying,
he's-
I'm not
I
saying
turned
he's
you
okay.
off. I put you offline.
He's
We will
off.
see.
I
He's not.
always
He's
wait.
away.
No,
He's away. Does that work? Can
Exactly.
you do that?
No, you can't do
That's
that.
not how
No,
it works.
he's
No,
lying.
yeah.
He's lying through his teeth.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
All right.
We call
By the end of
bullshit.
Operation Chimera, Adam Ingar is going to carry me to platinum.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
No, you're
Wait,
not gonna
hold on.
do that.
I at least
You're not
get
gonna
to
get
gold.
Hey, we'll see where Jack's ranked. If he places
Yeah.
in gold, we might be able to carry him.
Somehow
So,
I feel
I'd
like
at
Jake's
least
gonna
wanna
get
get
plat
gold.
before Jack.
So basically, the
Maybe.
general mood here is everyone wants a carry.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No. I didn't say that at all.
It's like I'd like to get better and at least be able to like hold myself up in gold.
Well, that's not happening. Now on to the next topic.
Oh,
I mean, I can't
again?
hold
Yeah.
on gold, but I do want to hit that platinum.
For me, it depends on the day. Like some days I can hold my own and like actually
Yeah,
do
I've
pretty
really
decently.
noticed that because the last time we played, you were. I
I
don't
underdog
feel good about making fun of you
You-
because I was taught to respect differently able.
Once
But
Oh my god.
But then the
You
second
were
to last
really
time
something.
we played, I was top of the team.
yeah, it's
94%.
really
And we've been
bipolar
about 5
for you.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
about
some
100
days
minutes
like
better than
some
I
days I play high gold, low plat, and then some days I play low silver, high bronze.
That's generous.
Speaking about rankings, let's actually move on to the topic of ELO and the ranking system in Siege. The current system right now, obviously we all know it's entirely based off win-losses. You can go 20-0 and lose the game and still lose ELO here.
As
There's
we
no
know from
consideration
USO.
whatsoever about your kills or your score or whatever.
That makes
How
sense.
should the system be adjusted?
Personally, I think it should be all about kills and like what your statistics are.
Nah, because there's a lot of team support and skill doesn't come out of kills, and if you start trying to categorize individual performance, you lose all of that. For example, Adam's strats were
Fair.
fucking incredible, and if he got no kills that game, he got the same elo as if he carried, and those strats are the reason we won. Good callouts, good Monty play, good droning, so on and so forth are really fucking important, and you can't quantify them with any game statistics.
There
Obviously,
needs to
yes,
be
but-
balance.
Or
Yeah,
at
but here's the
least-
thing. There's no possible way that the game can know who's calling the shots and
Exactly.
who's like planning everything. So
Exactly.
realistically speaking, though, with the parameters that they have, what can Ubisoft do to make Siege ranked like more fair and more based on the individual player rather than the team win-loss?
I think this is the best we're gonna get. I don't think you can. If you changed ELO to be based off of kills, you'd have a radically different play style, where people are trying
Yeah, that
to
is very
prioritize
true.
their own individual performance
Fair.
over the team. And Rainbow is a team game. I mean,
Although that
it
is what
far.
Adam does anyways, just
Well,
rushes
yeah,
to get the kills.
Or you know what?
It is far more important to win than to get top frag, and your performance should reflect that.
So your thoughts are the system is the best possible one that it could be now.
Yes, there are better ones, but we just can't get them. We can't quantify enough variables to give an accurate depiction of someone's skill.
Actually, I think I have an idea. If Ubisoft just hired several
Based on
thousand, like Indonesian small children to spectate every single game, they could analyze each person to see who is doing the best, and then they could give a rank assessment based on that.
But how? Wait,
Hold up, no, you know what?
No, you need to take into account how long it would take to train those children in the art of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, that's
That's
true. You need
fair.
like 4,000 diamond level Indonesians.
Pro level.
Yeah, exactly. You need like pro league
Pros.
people.
Well, but how do they teach them to make the T-shirts and stuff? I don't understand.
Okay,
There
guys.
is a skill set.
Okay,
They already know-
next topic.
Okay, no.
PUBG versus
They're
Fortnite.
diamond-
Okay,
Hold on, hold
stop.
on. I have one
No,
more thing
no,
to
we're
say
done
about
with this. We're done with
Diamond-
this.
This is
Jack,
actually
do not.
serious.
No. Is this about Elo?
chaotic.
Is this about Elo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually serious. Like, I think they should go. The system they have right now is a good system, or the best it could be, but they should base some of it off of your score in the team. Like, if you lose the game as a team, you get negative elo. But if you score, say, if you top frag, or if you get a lot of that, then you should get less of an elo loss.
So
Say, like,
basically, reward the good players on the winning team more
Exactly. And if you have
if they're like doing really good on the losing team, take less away from them.
exactly.
So
So
you
like
have players who, instead of trying to win, if they think they're going to lose, are rushing for kills.
You just get for kills, exactly.
Yeah.
You just
If you
rush it,
change
like
this-
Ash rush, get like 3 kills and die.
Yeah, maybe it's
Fair.
the economics nerd in me, but if you change what people are rewarded for, you'll change their behavior to match it.
or at least
And that's
maybe do
not
it
how-
for
I want the game to be changed.
and if don't do it for like say top would get 20 negative. Make it so like it's within about 20 points. So like if you're top of the team you get 60 low loss. If you're bottom of the team you get 80. Like it just make it so it's not enough that it's like okay if I
I mean, Overwatch did it. You got Mercy mains who were Grandmaster level and actually fucking retarded.
sure.
Myself.
I don't know. It's
I don't think
It's
Overwatch.
not
Alright,
fair.
alright,
This
let's
guy.
move on.
This guy.
Next one.
Let's move on, alright? So right now we've got the classic PUBG versus Fortnite opinion. So first of all, let's just go around. PUBG or Fortnite?
PUBG.
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 That would be PUBG.
probably PUBG.
Fortnite is without a doubt the best game in existence right here. You are all wrong, podcast over.
Adam, get out of my house.
I don't know.
While I can
Okay, I would agree
respect-
PUBG too though. But
Well,
I understand why Fortnite players like Fortnite. It is without
It's
a doubt
free.
faster paced. Yeah, aside from the fact that it's free.
Yeah.
Let's just look at game versus game. Fortnite, without a doubt, faster paced. The building aspect gives, in my opinion, players who don't really want to think too much about the game, who just want to like run around and not worry about positioning. It gives those players like a really good advantage, you know, because if you're getting shot in the middle of an open field, you can just jump around and make a fucking hut around you. Whereas in the battlegrounds, positioning is the most important thing in the game. You can't run through an open field, especially like on the new map Miramar. You can't just, or is it Miramar? Or Miramar?
Yep, that's
It's
correct.
Miramar, right?
Yeah.
Miramar's the new one.
You can't just run, especially considering half the map's all desert. You can't just run around. You got to find cars. You got to find
Yeah.
like small places to go through.
Oh yeah.
So I think that obviously the people who are like more into the mental part of
The
the game.
arcade.
Yeah, exactly.
Arcade versus tactical. I
It's
think
Yeah, exactly. Arcade versus
Yeah.
tactical is what
I
It's a
think
lot more
we're-
cartoony, the art style.
We're
so.
all Rainbow players. I think that's a big correlation.
We're
I think
all
if
more
you
a
ask-
little bit strategic.
Yeah, I think if you ask a
Exactly.
bunch of Rainbow Six players which they prefer, they'd say a lot of PUBG. Because, you know, it's more tactical and slow paced than Fortnite.
And the
If
shooting
you ask a
mechanics
lot of
are
Call of
much more
Duty players-
Oh yeah, aside like, the shooting mechanics without a doubt are realistic.
Yeah.
And that's
The gunplay is
like,
excellent.
yeah.
Versus,
The bullet drop,
I
bullet
think
velocity.
that I think that RNG bullet spread is awful.
Yeah.
I will say it's a bad design choice.
Yeah.
I mean, like the way I see it, I like how you brought up the like positioning, because the way I see it is that, like, I prefer in my games to have to like that I have to work around the map, not the other way around. I can't just like build up a tower, because I've heard like
Stories
stories
like Minecraft.
okay, very,
What?
Okay.
sorry,
Just start. Let it
yeah,
start.
but like. I've heard like actual stories of people just like building up a tower in Fortnite, just like building up a tower, sitting in it, and then like them getting like top 3, just because of like because of the storm positioning or whatever. And it's like that just bothers me, and I feel like
I think here let me finish. Let me just cut you off real quick.
yeah.
If you're following a guy in PUBG, we all follow people for you know
Yeah,
3, 5, 7 minutes. You're following a guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Right.
following him like across half the map. If you're spending all that time to like sneak around them and like you know stay hidden, and then you got the perfect shot lined up and you take it and they hear it and just turn around and build like a wall before the bullet can hit them, that's just incredibly unfair towards the person who took all the time to go and strategize, stay hidden, and take the perfect shot. Whereas PUBG, you go and you're following someone waiting for them to slip up. Or no, yeah, what was this? In PUBG, you go around waiting for someone to slip up, and you know, take advantage of that moment. That's just good
Next
gameplay.
hole in the head, yeah.
Exactly. Whereas Fortnite, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so Fortnite's faster paced, like I said. And I think that, like, if you ask a bunch of Call of Duty players, or, I don't know, another fast paced shooter,
They're gonna say Fortnite.
yeah, they're
Which
gonna
is why it's
say
so
Fortnite,
popular on consoles.
Yeah, Fortnite has without a doubt killed World War II on consoles.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like all of especially like since I was big in the trick shotting community on like Black Ops 2 and stuff. All
TF2
those people that I like still know from those days and follow on Twitter and all that. All those people are huge Fortnite players now because it's the same style of fast-paced action games that they used to get from the good Call of Duties like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 and that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we're better, but we definitely prefer a different game style. Like we play Rainbow, we're tactical. We
I
like
think, yeah,
slower paced
at the end of the
games.
day, it comes
They're
down
two
to
different parts
Slower
of the
paced
game
games
genre.
that have more emphasis on information and positioning than they do on shooting skill. Although shooting skill is still important.
I also think with Fortnite, you can't Fortnite and PUBG. You can't directly compare them because they have the
Radically
same
different.
concept, but they're incredibly different games.
Execution
also
is
think
radically.
You
Yeah.
can't say I like this game more, or you can say that, but it's you can't say this game's
You
better
can't
than
objectively
this.
compare them in one for one. I do think that the time to kill being longer in Fortnite has helped it a lot because of its popularity among streamers. Because in PUBG, if you get stream sniped and the guy gets drop on you, you're fucking dead. In Fortnite, it's pretty easy to fight back, and if someone stream snipes you, you don't really care. You're still in a solid enough position, you can fight them. And that makes it a lot more popular among popular streamers, and that draws a huge fucking crowd.
So bottom line across everyone is basically it depends on just the type of
Yeah.
player game what
Oh,
you
yeah,
like.
oh, yeah.
Definitely.
It depends on
Yeah.
what you usually play. If you're playing strategic, you're gonna go PUBG more. If you like a quick, fast-paced game, you're definitely gonna go Fortnite. It's
Yeah, and also
different.
just the realism sense. For me,
Oh yeah, that's an entirely different.
yeah,
perception.
and it's an entirely different discussion altogether. But just for me personally, it's when I'm playing that type of game, I just think that the added realism. I don't want to the shield potions idea is interesting, but I personally just prefer the putting on actual armor, putting on helmet, having the helmet break if you get shot in the head, stuff like that.
I do agree. Games.
Yeah. And the
You just said it right.
dabbing is dumb. I'm just gonna
Dabbing
say
is
that.
dumb.
Dabbing is stupid. The
Emo.
whole
I don't
emotes
know.
is garbage.
It's again, it's subjective to people. Whether you like that arcadey, lighthearted type of style, or whether or whether you like that arcadey type of
I'm
game,
sorry.
or whether you like the more strategic, intense game. Which leads us into the next topic. I wrote down here: future of PUBG. Will Fortnite kill PUBG like PUBG killed H1? And I'm honestly going to start this off and say no, because I feel like Fortnite, now that I think about it, really just replaced H1 as the better arcade style game.
Yeah.
PUBG's not going to die. Not only, I mean, we can't lie, it's basically dominant in China, and China's bringing probably at least half of the player base for PUBG. It's bringing, without a doubt, millions of players.
China is number one.
Without a doubt, China is number one.
Yeah.
Controversial opinion.
China is number two.
Taiwan is number one.
Oh.
No, I think Japan.
I think they're both
ends
the
up
same
being
thing. China and Taiwan.
Just
Know your history.
Wow.
Know your history.
Anyways,
Dalai Lama
will
is
will
with you.
will Fortnite end up killing PUBG?
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
And
And
it's also
Yes?
along the lines that
So
we've
you-
said.
no,
He's saying he agrees.
He said no. He said
Oh,
no.
okay.
I'm saying that in the game a lot, it seems like if you look on media or YouTube or all that stuff, all these, all the YouTube channels are all now playing it. And you kind of can look at that from an outside source and say, oh yeah, Fortnite is dominating PUBG. It's going to kill it. It's going to destroy it. But you really have to understand that a lot of these streamers and YouTubers are only playing it because it's a lot easier to make an entertaining video in that game. Because it's so much easier to win or get a high kill game in that game. And I think definitely on the news it's kind of taken over and people
Oh yeah,
really look at that and see
Ninja
that.
and Drake.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Insane coverage.
Insane.
It's put gaming at the not front, but it's definitely given the spotlight in major news. The only time you really see gaming in mainstream news is big events where people are mainstream news are whoa, these people playing just video games can make millions of dollars, and they're covering a Dota tournament.
More viewers than the Super Bowl sometimes. It's
Yeah, and
What was it? Like the Dota 2 championship?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
2015?
Dota's
I think
huge.
the CS:GO, one of the most recent finals or whatever it is, they had
or something.
something
know.
like that. It was over, I think 600 or 700,000. Don't quote me on that number though.
Yeah.
And I think that international appeal, because I think Dota, things like Dota and League are so popular all over the world,
Definitely.
especially in places like Korea and China. And that's why I think that PUBG might outlive Fortnite in terms of its time in the spotlight, because I feel like it already has a very large international player base, and I feel I don't know, something about it, it's just a hunch that I have, but something about it just tells me that PUBG is gonna last longer.
Yeah. All right.
I
Don't.
do think that PUBG's got some enduring power, partially because it kind of made the battle royale genre huge. And even though it's gonna
Yeah.
pull off a lot, even though some people are flocking off to Fortnite and such, you still got a lot of dedicated player base who only got to the genre at all because of PUBG, and it was the first massive one.
And a lot of people are gonna stay loyal to PUBG since it was the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah. And a
Also,
lot of H1 players moved
I don't
to
know if it's too early to tell, but it seems like Epic is really like pulling every string they have to just keep this game alive because
Yeah.
I mean it could just be excellent devs, but they could also be forcing the money out because they might know the game's gonna die. It could go either way. I don't really know what I'm saying yet, but basically we all know how Fortnite's getting updated literally every week. There's new skins all the time. The game's changing all the time. They're adding new guns, they're adding new emotes, they're adding new skins and everything, but they're charging for most of it.
They have the
So,
developers chain up the
is
basement,
this-
eating cockroaches.
Is this a attempt to just get a bunch of money out of a free game, or is it an attempt, or is it like because they actually care about the players and they want to give them new stuff? Because skins are like $10-$20 here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's,
Really?
Yeah, that's
yeah, $10-$20 for like emotes.
V-Bucks.
It's
V-Bucks.
ridiculous.
We're
God.
basically doing what Daybreak did with H1, where
Yeah,
they
that's
had
exactly
like
what I
the
was
base
referring
zombie survival mode, and then they did a battle royale, and that went off, and now they've just completely ditched the other part.
Well,
And-
that's comparing Battle Royale or Fortnite Battle Royale to Save the World. That's an entirely different thing. I'm talking about.
But that looks
Yeah,
good
but-
compared to Fortnite Battle Royale. I'm just
I
gonna
guess
say it.
Okay, let's just move on to the next topic here.
Yeah.
All right,
This-
so let's talk about.
Here, this is the topic that I brought up and I
Oh, yeah.
really feel strongly about, and like, so I know
Gotcha.
there's the big argument between will single player games eventually push out multiplayer will multiplayer games eventually push out single player games, and I really don't believe that's true because yes, there's a smaller amount of people who like just straight single player games like story games and Bethesda games, but that smaller amount of people, yes it's small, but it's still like in general terms it's pretty large, and those people stay with that genre. Like personally for me, I love single player games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being Skyrim, for example, one of my favorite games of all time. Like I do not think single player game. I think they'll be around forever.
Here's my thing: is that just in terms of like my own personal opinions, I've played games like Minecraft or games like Black Ops 2, which are very, very multiplayer centric. I played them for upwards of like hundreds and hundreds of hours, probably more than I can count. But I still wouldn't count either of them amongst my like top 10 or top 20 favorite games of all time, despite that they're probably the games I put the most time into. But there are games that like are just single player that I played for like 30 hours that left such an impression on me that I'm like, they're probably in my top 5 favorite games.
Yeah, I
of all time.
definitely think that's because video games or single player games, the story that they provide definitely just like hits you in the feels and like it just like gets you like whether it's with the art styles or like the sound or just the gameplay as a whole, like just the journey that you're going on. For example, Breath of the Wild that I recently finished was like a great game, and I don't really play a lot of Zelda games or like
Oh, God, yeah,
those
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but like it's definitely on my high ranking list. But I think that multiplayer games, the reason you'd like play them for hundreds of hours, whereas you'd only play like Zelda or something for 30, is because like it's just got that replayability. It doesn't necessarily become more fun, but it's just the same amount of fun. You're just doing it over and over again. But here's the thing: there's like a bunch of different things that you can do. For example, Siege. You're playing the same maps. You're playing the same game modes. You're playing the same operators and
The
everything.
people will make different.
Yeah, exactly. Each scenario, you can go about it hundreds of thousands of different ways. So I think that's why multiplayer games you play more, but single player games are more fun.
And I feel like there's something to be said about either like the psychology or something about it, about playing a game by yourself and having like, and not being able to like converse with other people while you're playing.
I think just being immersed in that like
Yeah,
experience right there.
it says something about the immersion when you're playing it just by yourself.
It's also nice for single player games that you can just kind of go in when, say, you don't want to talk to people, when you don't want to be around other people and just want to be able to like immerse in your own head. You can play a single player game and get away from everything and go somewhere else. Like I know for when I played Skyrim, I don't even know. I've got hundreds of hours on Skyrim, and when I used to play that, it was I'd go in and I just kind of forget about everything else. And yes, you can do that with multiplayer games, but you still got to talk to people and you still got to do all that. And another point I want to make, going back to just kind of how they can hit you really hard, is one of my favorite games I've played, The Beginner's Guide.
Yeah, I can vouch for this game's quality. It's very good.
It's the style. It pretty much you go through the game and it's a bunch of different little mini games put into one
Don't
big
I?
game.
I
I'm
might
not gonna
advise you to. I won't. I'm gonna advise
Well,
you
don't-
against
don't-
spoiling it.
I'm not gonna
Don't
spoil
like
it.
specify what's in the game. Just say
yeah,
like.
yeah.
like
Just
what
tell them
it
what
did
it.
to you.
Yeah.
But the final ending of it, the story is so powerful that it's it's one of those games that leaves you stunned. Just kind of you have to think about it for a while after you finish it. It's one of the most incredible games I've played, and it's only a 2-hour experience.
Which one?
The Beginner's Guide?
Okay, I zoned out for a little bit.
Isn't it free, right, Jack?
No, I think it's
No, it's
$10.
not.
Okay, it's
It's
$10,
$7,
but for what you're getting, that is
Hold up,
very good.
hold up. If you, the viewer, would like to help us play this game, make sure to donate in the description.
You have a description. You have a donation link.
Well,
I hope you don't.
We both have PayPal.
Okay,
just
so
put them on
I'm
the
I'm gonna advance a bit of a controversial opinion here. It's a bit nuanced about single versus multiplayer, because I think that a big part of the shift from single multiplayer is the evolution of games from a product to a service, because gaming companies have more and more tried to stretch games out and draw more money from them with DLC, cosmetics, whatever the fuck have you. And that's it's a lot more available in games that are you have more hours in multiplayer. So as games are kind of seen as more of a service that's ongoing that they can keep milking money out of you for. You've got a focus on multiplayer games that keep you buying things. Additionally, they just need to recoup their investments, and partially with the game market growing, you have less and less people sort of buying, you have less people buying this given single player game, not single player games in general, but there's more options, so not everyone's going to buy the same one.
Yeah.
And with the budget most of these games have, you need, frankly, absurd amounts of sales to keep it going. I think that the AAA studios need to seriously reevaluate their marketing decisions. I think that there's got to be a decent sized overhaul of game and the commerce around games in general. And I think aside from that, if that kind of stops and you see more games as a product, this is this much. It doesn't have a massive budget, but it's solid and it's not super fucking $60 plus $8 DLCs.
Yeah.
I think
If they don't have that, then you'll see kind of a plateau of single player games, because accessibility for multiplayer has reached its peak. You had multiplayer growing as people got more and more online, and now since we've reached ubiquitous ability to play with people around the world, that will plateau off once you have game developers starting to realize that we can't throw a fucking massive budget into a game.
Are you on the debate team?
Nope.
Any sort of model you win?
No. I
Why
wanted
the
to
fuck
be.
do you talk so professionally?
I
He was
was-
in the Whitney Young debate about the
I
guns
was
and
in
stuff.
a debate in front of half my school last week
Well,
about
yeah,
guns.
that's obviously got something to do with it.
I wanted to be on the debate team, but there are a bunch of Marxists, and I found that,
Weebs!
like,
Anime niggas, fuck 'em. Right?
Marxist is.
I know.
I'm not sure.
Joke.
I'm not sure you do.
Alright. You know what? Unimportant. This is the last time we're gonna come back to like Fortnite and PUBG. How to improve mobile battle royales. Does anyone want to talk about this or no
well,
one
being
really
the
cares?
being the expert in
Haven't played it
mobile
yet.
battle royales.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Right now, I've played a little bit of Fortnite battle royale on my brother's iPhone.
It's not
I've
available on
played.
Android yet.
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
It's
Number
it's
one,
really dumb.
That's dumb.
what it is.
I've played PUBG Mobile, and I'm just gonna say that right now, what they really need to focus on is improving the control system. Because right now, if you don't have a good control system, the game is gonna die. I think what Fortnite is doing with cross compatibility is interesting, but I don't really see how.
I think it's a
gonna
terrible idea trying to match
It's
up
a
console
bad
players with.
But it is also
players.
kind of fun
Yeah.
because you could be like, if you're like at a family gathering and you've got all your little cousins saying,
Yeah,
"Let's
it's a
play
cute
Fortnite
idea,
with
but it's
you."
a terrible
And I'm
idea.
like,
You're never
okay.
gonna win.
I
Yeah.
feel like it should be like a toggled setting on like a
It
PC
definitely
or
should.
console.
Yeah.
With that though, I don't personally. I think it was a bad idea for both companies to release mobile games.
I don't
Like,
think it's a bad idea because
Well,
they can
just-
still
no,
be
no, no,
making
no, no.
money.
Fortnite Mobile or PUBG Mobile's been out a while in China, so they really just put it on the U.S. App Store.
Mm-hmm.
that's fair.
So it's existed for a while.
I don't know. It's just
Adam, you're cutting out a lot.
they're not
Oh.
great,
Yeah.
or at least personally, having played both at least a little bit, the experience isn't the greatest. Like if you go get on a computer, get on an Xbox or something like that, you're gonna have 10 times the experience you're gonna have on a phone. Just the controls are so hard to use. The graphics don't look nearly as good, and like the frame rates can be not all there, which really hampers the experience.
I mean, but like, you know, I've had experiences in like first period study where me and my friend are like, hey, let's play some PUBG Mobile, man. And you know, we're playing it, and then the bell rings, and I've got to go to gym, so I'm like walking with my phone down, you know, trying to
exactly
play.
what
And I'm trying to be aggressive because I don't have time, so I die, and I'm watching him on my phone in the middle of gym class, and he like gets the dub, and I'm like, oh
What fucking gym
yeah,
class do you have?
you know, I don't know. And you know,
I don't know.
that's kind of a
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
experience.
Y'all
That's
a
kind
bunch
of
of nerds.
that's kind of a cool experience, and it kind of, you know, you kind of forget about the, you know, shitty controls and stuff like that because
fair.
you
Yeah,
gotta,
it's just fun
you know,
to have
we
something to
get to play it and
More
you know
importantly,
study,
missing
you know.
gym. The most important class in high school.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what?
Obviously.
We were in the fitness center and I didn't feel like biking. Okay, jeez.
Facts.
PUBG
What's
Mobile,
wrong
number
with
Wow,
one.
Sam, can't get a good workout in.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say that, you know, they aren't the best games, you shouldn't make them cross-compatible with consoles, but the fact you can play it anywhere and it's such a popular franchise,
That is
means that they're worth making,
You know, that's
they're
fair.
worth doing.
They might as well be there.
I don't personally
Yeah.
play them, I don't think I will, but they're cool.
Future of VR.
Ooh.
It's gonna be fun. Like I personally
Hard.
think that, or
I can
not
talk
good.
about that.
It's gonna be like, personally, the way I see it going, the way I see it going is you're gonna be able to stand up and physically walk around in a space, like not like
Those
the vibe.
treadmills look sick.
Yeah, like treadmills and stuff like that. And it's also like, I don't know if this might be true, but it might help reduce like obesity and stuff like that, where people get
I mean,
into
if people are
VR.
moving, of course it
People
will.
get into VR
Yeah.
and they're walking physically on treadmills.
I mean, that's what
They're
they said
gonna
about
be-
Wii Fit, and I mean, people are still
But
fat.
we
Well,
fit.
think about
is
Pokemon Go.
stupid. Exactly.
That was just a fucking NSA.
I don't think
style.
I don't think Pokemon Go's main goal was to reduce obesity in
Yeah.
America.
It was the main.
Well, I know
It's
it
like the
wasn't
third
their
or
main
fourth
goal,
goal.
but it did
It ended up
like
that
help
It happened.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like people credit it to like actually
Yeah,
helping
it
reduce.
not-
How I lost 300 pounds in 2 months. Pokemon Go.
Jack,
It also led to a lot of car
they had enough
accidents.
money from the US
Oh my
government.
God.
They had
Don't
enough
don't throw away Wii Fit so
not
easily.
kidding.
I'm not gonna let that slide. All right. I mean, I
Hey.
played it like
Hey.
every day when it
To
first came
this
out.
day,
skateboard.
every morning, 6 to 10 a.m., we fit.
I mean, it was
Honestly.
probably the one thing that got me most active when I
Oh,
when it
is
came
that
out.
the only thing that got you active? What about going outside?
God, I did not want to play baseball anymore.
That's fair.
Okay, we're getting a bit too much into Jake's depressing
Wait,
childhood.
we're on VR, right? And now we're
Yeah,
talking about
VR.
Wii.
Okay, but I mean,
Hey,
it
that's
connects back.
already-
It's an
Yeah,
extension
it's
of
gonna
VR.
Yeah, you know, I do want more sensors. Like, I want full body sensor VR just because it'd be cool, and because I want to
Alright,
do
well-
fucking.
Well, what about this? What about like standard games becoming VR? Siege VR, PUBG
Oh,
It's
VR.
cool as fuck.
Should it
It's
happen?
basically-
It'd be really weird.
It's really
It'd be
hard to
interesting.
manage sickness without a treadmill. I feel
If
like.
they do it right, it'd be incredible.
Absolutely.
But it's gonna be very, very hard to do it
It'll
right.
be a smaller player.
Ready
base for
Player
sure.
One.
Exactly.
So yes, in the future.
I say
Yes, it'll be a smaller player base. It'll need specialized equipment and a lot of space to the point that
And probably
it
a
won't
lot
be
of money.
something that everybody has. And it probably won't replace or meaningfully draw players from the base games for a very long time. Like if you have VR Siege, you're still gonna have regular Siege, and I suspect that if you have VR Siege, you'll still play regular computer Siege more
Yeah, I agree.
often. But
Yes.
it'll be cool.
more
It'll
of a
definitely be
novelty.
worth making. I think it'd be fucking fun to play if they did it right.
Yeah.
I say like they would have to like, I don't know about like taking older games and making them VR. I would rather have a game like in a
That was
series
meant
like
to be it.
yeah like
Yeah.
like a follow up to Siege
Like-
or like a side game just like Rainbow like a
Tom
Rainbow
Clancy's
Six
Rainbow Six Siege 2.
yeah
Clancy
or,
VR.
or like a side game
Yeah.
where like that they design it specifically around
Yes.
VR instead of having to like
Yes.
retool a
Yes.
few certain things just to make like Rainbow Six work, but having it be cumbersome as compared to using like the
For
mouse.
For
Yeah, I
example,
wasn't
Skyrim
thinking-
and Fallout 4,
I
those
wa-
two games that were both put into VR, or at least Skyrim's going to be put into VR. And
Unchanged.
coming out relatively soon, I think, for PC. And from what I've read, the reviews of Fallout 4, I can't speak from experience, I haven't played it, but from what I've read and what I've seen on YouTube-wise, it's been not the greatest experience. People have just gone back to playing the game on a desktop with controllers.
I've played Fallout 4, and it just really does. It's just the same game basically, just in VR, and it's just kind of annoying after a while because it's such a long game. You know, you're standing up for that long of time, and moving around is just annoying. You know, if they're gonna repurpose these old games, they need to. Usually, it's gonna need to be a different experience than what you kind of get. You can't really just port it over.
I am scared
Well,
once we
Super
go.
Hot.
Super
Hot VR was kind
I kind of wrote
Yeah,
it.
that-
They did it
did-
right.
that
They
did
did it
That
right.
game kind of wrote itself though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was
it's
based
also-
off of the first game, but it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah, it was written from the ground up.
Yeah.
And that was one of the very few games that was actually a very good concept for VR. Like Fallout 4 VR, like yeah, it's fun, but like
Not as fun.
It's not-
it's just an RPG.
It's
It's
not.
just a reskinned RPG game that if, for example, they had a treadmill or something like that you could actually physically walk on, that'd be a lot different. I'd say I'd enjoy that a lot more. I'd enjoy that a lot more rather than you just standing and having the controller move you.
Yeah, and I mean, Fallout 4, they kind of did it bad, you know, like, really the only VR aspect that changed was shooting. Like, you moved using teleports, you reloaded with a button, you open your menu with a button, everything was a button, you know, it wasn't a great VR experience.
I think we're gonna have to suffer through a lot of decent period now that VR is getting popular and people are making games where they go through every possible fucking gimmicky VR control system before they figure out what actually feels natural.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see every like minute feature of VR used made into this whole fucking thing
So,
before
it's
people
just
realize
money.
it's annoying.
Yeah, simply put, it's really just going to be, you know, guess and check until.
Yeah, but it's
they get it
experimentation.
right.
I think
Yeah,
it's
basically.
cool to see everybody trying new things.
I mean, it's
Even
a
if
new,
they're
it's
fun play.
basically an entirely new game category.
Yeah.
that They're just
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah,
explore.
Yeah.
it's fascinating.
And once,
Maybe not new game category. You can see the
Well,
same
like-
stuff with Kinect
like-
and Wii. Or
Yeah, but
Kinect
like,
did the
VRs
same.
are VR.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got your.
It's definitely an evolution. It's
Yeah.
definitely the most popular form of those. Well, maybe not more popular than the Wii, but it's definitely different enough that.
yeah, and I feel like once VR becomes normalized and becomes more widely available, that's when we're going to see like games fully using it to its greatest extent rather than just testing out smaller features.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to be honest, I think like Superhot VR is better than the original game just because they're not using like any sort of like tap here to like teleport to this place. The teleporting thing bothers me in a lot of games unless it's like a novelty game. But I really think that like Superhot VR should be like a good like benchmark for people to look back to and say this is how we take a pre-existing game and make it so that it's not bogged down by VR.
The thing is though with Superhot VR, that's one of those 1 in a million games where the idea fits perfectly into VR. Like another game like an RPG, just going back to Fallout 4, like yeah, that could work in VR, but like it's gonna be gimmicky. Like you're gonna be teleporting everywhere. Where Superhot, they can just make it where you're standing in one spot, and you gotta fight against everything else and dodge in that one spot. Like, yes, it should be looked at as a good experience and like a good thing to model off of, but there's not gonna be a lot of games like it. Personally, I think Gorn is one of the better made VR games in terms of moving
Moving's
around.
decent.
Yeah,
The drag
it works well.
Because I can see how people can see motion sickness from that, but I personally think that's much better than the teleporting in a lot of the other stuff in other games.
Speaking of VR, how do you all think that like the VR technology itself, like the headset, the controllers, and the tracking's gonna evolve? Do you think we're eventually gonna see something that's kind of similar to Sword Art Online, where they've got like the
That's
way in the
not really
future?
the comparison.
Yeah, I haven't
Well, I
seen
mean,
that.
Yeah, I'm not a
It's not
weeb.
better
I don't know what that
It's
is.
like,
Sorry.
my friend.
I think that just in general, the
Matrix.
headsets are gonna get smaller,
The
the
Shadowrun's better.
controllers are gonna get smaller, everything's gonna get smaller and
Less expensive.
less expensive,
More versatile.
smaller, more versatile, and they're also gonna come out with different ways to move. Like they're gonna fit probably I'm gonna bet they're gonna physically come out with treadmills. They're gonna come out with specific things that help you move around. And
Treadmills would be fantastic for motion
Yeah.
sickness kind of stuff.
I think
Especially, I think the higher scale ones could have like raising and lowering floors for jumping.
yeah,
Wouldn't that be sick?
that would be amazing.
But lawsuits, people are gonna fall a lot.
Yeah.
People are gonna fall a lot in all of this. It's really the problem with more motion heavy stuff is that
Yeah.
you get so much potential for injury from dumbasses.
Alright, so
I do think. Sorry, one sec. I do think you're gonna have like full body sensors,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be cool as hell. And give me my full body MMA game, please.
Just feel
So-
all the pain.
I know we have the Switch thing as the next topic, but I know Jake, Adam, and Will, you guys all have Switches, but Sam, you don't have one, right? Walker, do you have a Switch?
Oh, my
It's in
brother
his
does. I
house.
don't really play.
I don't either. It's kind
Well,
of a topic.
you're all
for all three
losers.
of us.
I mean, I've spent a lot of time with
Suck my
mine.
dick.
Like,
Like,
the
it's
only
gonna-
thing I really wanted to touch
just-
on is just like the Switch should the Switch start carrying games like Fortnite, PUBG, Siege,
Yeah,
Division,
yeah.
Call of Duty.
It's a fantastic business decision for them. They'll make.
Exactly. I think that'll make the
great.
Switch a much more mainstream console
The
and
difficult part about it is just going to be getting those high graphically demanding games
That is
onto a lower
Yeah, that's
power.
so I think honestly, yeah, we could just make this quick. We'll just
It'd be
bottom
like
line.
Fortnite, that'd be it.
It'll take some time, but hopefully soon the Switch, maybe an entirely newer version of the Switch, like Switch 2.0 or something, but hopefully the Switch will start being as good of a console, as powerful of a console as an Xbox or a PlayStation.
I disagree. I think we need to keep the Switch pure. You can't have these outside forces filthying it. Nintendo is perfect the way it is.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Nothing
I did
should
have
change.
That, I did have that other
And
opinion.
then-
I did have that other opinion saying, should it stay primarily IPs like Smash, Mario, Metroid Prime, and Zelda?
Nintendo's biggest selling point is their IPs, and that's how I'm always going to see it, because Nintendo is probably, it has no doubt like the strongest IPs out of any main console producer right now. Xbox, I don't even think besides Halo they have any main like IPs besides like Gears of War, and like,
Forza.
yeah, and like a lot of them aren't that like noteworthy.
The only good one I've seen recently is Forza. Like Halo's
PUBG.
like since Reach,
Halo
Halo's
died
been kind
since
of
Bungie.
Halo 5 was better, in my opinion. Halo 5 was probably
it
my
wasn't
favorite.
amazing. My favorite personally was Reach. I thought Reach was amazing.
Back to the topic. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's that for the Switch.
Okay, okay.
IRL stuff. We got some 2 ones that we could kind of make big ones or keep it small depending on how you guys want.
So what's everyone doing this summer?
That's basically the question. Summer 2018.
Here, let's start with
plans,
Jack
personal
over there.
projects.
Because I know you've got some
I
plans.
got big plans this summer. Well, first I might be doing Habitat for Humanity with Will. I
Did you
don't.
get your paper in?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
applications
thank God.
and everything in. I'm waiting to see if I'm confirmed or whatever if I can go. So I'm really hoping I can. But that's the bigger part of my summer is for a month I'm going to Switzerland and then hiking for 4 weeks in Switzerland. And it's going to be like 220 miles over 4 weeks, and then we're summiting a 12,000 foot mountain.
So you are helping people in need and walking.
Pretty much.
Lame. Next.
That sounds fun.
Oh, me
If
next.
you're not playing Siege all day, every day, you're doing something wrong.
AKA you're getting fat if you're playing Siege all day every day.
Just don't eat.
I
food.
mean,
Just don't eat.
You just tell me
Never mind. I
Don't
take
eat
that
that
back. It's
shit.
already true.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Don't.
You want me? Okay.
I'll go.
Okay, good. I don't know what I'm doing.
I am probably gonna go intern at some film corporation studio thing.
Wilhelm film.
Wilhelm Film.
Thistle Street's
We're
production.
getting paid for this. I'm not working for free. As you can see by this podcast that you're watching right now, my film skills are subpar, but they'll
Oh,
improve.
they're pretty
I bet.
bad. Oh.
I made
I mean, that Chunga video was top.
the
notch.
Chunga video is
It was
excellent.
pretty good.
yeah, that was pretty solid.
I can't
I was
wait for the
impressed,
next one.
legitimately.
Here's the Chunga video right now.
No,
Don't-
we're not
don't play it
cutting
in
but
its-
there
don't-
will
do
be
not
some-
play it in its
I
entirety.
edited it in. It's already edited in. It's done. They all just saw it right now. So what do you guys think about that video?
I haven't seen the
I
entire
love the
thing.
Chunga video, especially the lines that you drew around his head.
I did draw those
It
lines.
was
High
legitimately
quality.
impressive. I
It
liked
was a good
From-
music
I didn't
video.
think I've
But
seen the
only-
entire thing fully edited, but the half of it that I saw that was fully edited was impressive.
Let's watch it right now.
No.
Again?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I already put it in once. Okay, but yeah, I'm doing that, and Yeah.
Wow.
So what are you doing?
Okay, so when summer comes around, I am going to do the Habitat for Humanities with Jack.
So what is that? What about it?
You build house for the homeless.
Yeah, it's a
More or
good.
less you go to a place in northern
Wait.
Michigan.
Where are you going this year?
I think it's northern Michigan.
Yeah, northern Michigan.
It's,
Okay.
you go
So
to
you're
northern Michigan. and you
basically
build houses.
doing Fortnite in Michigan.
Oh
No, you're cutting down some trees, you're getting some wood, some stone, some metal,
That's
and you're
Minecraft.
making houses.
I don't know.
Minecraft in northern Michigan. Alright, you heard it here
That's a
first.
fucking video series.
But
Alright, so
it's-
after Habitat for Humanity, what do you think?
Well, I had a job, and I would have done that, but then I
Will
quit
just
that.
quit his job because they weren't paying him enough.
My man!
Terrible
Yeah,
job.
let's
Terrible
clap for that,
job.
clap for that.
I
Let's
need a
do the
new
clap.
job, so
I
if
can't
anyone
clap and
has-
hold the mic.
Sam, didn't you work? Sam, didn't you also work there?
I also
We're
worked
all
there.
on push to talk
And
right
then
now.
I also kind of quit. Half got fired. I don't really know.
So we're not sure what happened to Sam. We worked at the same place, and then all of a sudden, they removed his punching card, and then they said that they would call him back with the new times that he should show up, and then they never did. And then
Was-
he called, and then they didn't answer.
Was there any overlap between when you guys worked?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both worked Fridays together.
Oh,
They thought we were
Is there a way
brothers.
that-
Yeah, they thought we were brothers. We actually get that a lot.
Mexicans are actually
I don't know
pretty
why,
racist
because
towards
I look
white
so
people.
much better than
Hold
Sam.
up.
Mexicans are
Hold
racist
up.
towards everybody.
Hold up.
Especially
Are you
other
saying they fired you
Hispanics.
based on racial discrimination? Lawsuit!
I'll be honest here. I'm pretty
SPLC.
sure. I'm 100. I'm like 99% sure that the reason why I didn't get tipped as much was because they saw me as a white, teenage kid.
Okay, no, stop.
And they're just
We're
like,
putting this on the
"Just need the
internet.
money."
You can't say that you're being racially oppressed when you're white. Well, that doesn't work. White people can't be oppressed. That's not how it works.
what is happening
Actually, the
anymore?
Irish people were oppressed for generations.
No, they weren't. Only blacks and Mexicans and Asians. Those are the only people that were oppressed. And every other minority in the world. No white people.
No white people. Okay.
They're white people.
You two, please don't. Oh wait, we can't monetize this.
Why not?
Why not?
They changed their requirements.
Why did I
Thanks.
come?
Can you not say booty anymore?
Yeah,
that's basically
We'll find
it.
out. Actually, we can't even monetize this because they changed the requirements. Adam can't. Unless, do you have 4,000 watch hours in the past?
This past year I did.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this past year I can monetize videos, but I am definitely on that verge where I won't be able
Well,
to.
maybe if we get 4,000 people to watch this video.
If only.
I had one
Make
video
a
that blew up.
requirement
It was
at
like a
school.
meme video. It was like 2 minutes long, but it blew up on Reddit, and it got a couple, tens of thousands of views. So that kind of basically kept me in with the 4,000 hours per year range.
Wasn't it r/animemes?
No, that was a Reddit post I did yesterday, but this was an entirely different thing last year.
Follow the Eminence subreddit. on
No,
Reddit.
that doesn't.
No, don't. It's
No.
like
Stop.
nobody
Okay,
uses
okay,
it.
stop.
Nobody
We're
uses
moving
it.
You don't
on.
even use
We're
it,
moving
Will.
on.
So how about you three?
Wait, what
Wait,
do you guys
yeah,
what do you guys
yeah.
doing?
I've probably got a busy summer. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Siege.
Then that's it.
And that's it, next person.
I mostly hope to get back in shape with my martial arts training after breaking my fucking back
Yeah.
because that hurts and
Cool.
puts you out of training for fucking years.
Sounds about right.
And
Yes,
then
I
I'm going to. I have recently applied to a study abroad program at Oxford. Actually,
Cool.
I'm taking
That's
mostly. If I get in, I'll be taking mostly creative writing kind of stuff.
Check this one.
With creative writing, talking science kind of stuff. I'm really excited for that. Spend a month in England.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Well, just on that siege grind, you know how it is.
Oh my god.
Gotta maintain that gold 3,
Okay.
Going to this summer.
Yeah, gold 2, that's what I'm looking for. No, actually, I'm gonna go on to the Dominican Republic for 2 weeks, actually, to teach some little kids how to speak English, I guess.
That's actually sick. Good luck getting back.
Yeah. Have to bathe in a bucket.
There's a solid chance you don't make it back.
Yeah, that's valid.
Oh, please
Yeah,
God,
that's-
be kind to us.
Oh, wait.
Stop his return.
Alright, Jake, what's
Gotta
up?
be.
All right. So basically, I'm hopefully going to get a job over at Apt, and I'm going to carry boxes out to people's cars and then say thank you for shopping with us. But also, I'm going in for voice acting screening tomorrow, and maybe if that goes well, maybe I can make that a little bit of a job over the summer. It's just like.
Are you gonna be in like the English dubs of animes? Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh my God, Jake is an anime dubber.
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so our next topic
Oh, I
is
did
about
forget to mention
future.
I'm
Hello,
going to-
hello. Oh wait, no, you went first.
Yeah, you went first.
Wow.
Wait, what were you gonna say, Walker?
Going to some conventions this year as well.
Oh.
I've got Gen Con, which is gaming, like tabletop Dungeons and Dragons gaming, and
Oh.
Dragon Con, which is kind of more everything.
Oh yeah, and we need to do
No
D&D.
anime conventions.
Not specifically, no, but there's a
Good.
lot of anime
Keep
shit,
it out of
both
there.
of them, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Weebs deserve the fucking news.
Oh!
Sorry,
Alright.
I'm looking at you.
Got it.
Okay, so our next topic here is
Stop. We're
about.
extending this meme even though it's
It's
already
the
dead.
folder.
Okay, don't do
No,
it.
no, we're not.
We're gonna have to have a magical
Bring
cut here,
out the
Adam.
folder.
What are you
Can
doing,
say that
Adam?
again, Walker?
Oh god.
No.
Weaves deserve the fucking noose.
God damn it! No! This is why you have YouTube Red! YouTube Red. Get it. It's good.
This is like not even a podcast anymore.
You should have just done this in post! You didn't think about that?
Realize you should have done
I forgot.
Okay, okay. So now for
This
the
part's
fourth
getting
time
cut.
of
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
getting
introduce
cut.
this.
Stop. We're actually cutting that part. I'm gonna edit that. in post.
Yeah, no, get rid of it.
Alright, sure.
We've cut the stream. We're back.
No one's gonna be watching.
We're back.
Stop, stop.
Okay, and we're back
Alright.
from our commercial break.
Why don't we
Hold on,
Twitch
hold on,
stream
hold
this,
on.
you guys? It would have been so cool.
We gotta get someone to fucking
Okay,
sponsor
no,
us.
stop. Because I
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
Alright, so our next topic is about the future careers. What do you all want to do with your lives?
Give
Your
more
lowly
start.
lives.
Obviously.
Hey, my last name is Cox. If I don't do porn someday, I'm failing my family.
Hey. Alright. I don't know what I was really thinking when I wrote this down.
You want to be like major in film, right?
Yeah. It doesn't really get more interesting than that.
I know. I personally want to go into accounting.
And then be an FBI agent.
I don't know. I
Yo, you're gonna be that guy that's like watching people through their phones.
He's just gonna be watching your phone the whole time. He's like, I know he's
Jacking
gonna
off
bring
the
him
whole
home.
time.
Jack, watch people through their phones. Watch
Yes.
people masturbate through their
Yeah.
phones.
But I think I want to go into accounting and like I don't know. I don't know what from there, but I'm pretty sure I want to go to U of I, Champaign.
And like, I don't know.
You know what I
study
want to do?
accounting there.
I want to get out of Illinois, dude.
That's fair.
I can't.
Oh, man.
way.
I just like I don't know. I want to.
Bad
I
state.
refuse to go and I refuse. What'd you just?
Yeah,
say?
after
Bad state.
Oh, I thought you said bad city. I'm like, are you dumb?
Yeah, after college, I'm done with Illinois. I want to go I really want to go out to Colorado and live out in Colorado.
Is it
But I
because
really
weed's
don't
legal there?
No. Hiking
is
and all
because
the
weed's
mountains and
legal
stuff
there.
like
You don't
that.
have to
That's-
lie.
I like that. I mean, partially.
We all know it's
Oh.
because weed's legal.
Yeah, yeah.
We lying too.
But yeah, I'm looking to get out of Illinois. I don't want to be here.
So speaking of U of I of Champaign, totally got that right on time, no delay. I also would like to go there, but I would like to go there for architecture because I know that they have a pretty good architecture program, and that's what I want to do with my life. Because I don't know what else I would do. I'm, not smart
I'm
enough
going to
do
Harvard and I'm gonna drop out, be the best striker in
sounds
the world like
entertaining.
Lil Pump.
it.
My man!
Yes.
He can't. Wait, no.
Yeah, Lil Pump dropped out of Harvard.
Inga!
Harvard?
Harvard,
Wait,
yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
Lil Pump dropped
Yeah.
out of Harvard. You
I
made
didn't
that
know
up.
that.
No.
Yeah.
His next mixtape, which is dropping this week, is called Harvard Dropout.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
actually-
How do you think he's such a lyrical genius?
He's
Come on. 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. Come on, what are you talking about? Not a lyrical genius.
That's his GPA, 280.
100 GPA, 80 GPA, 100 GPA. What about this? D
This joke
Rose.
is dead.
D Rose.
Okay.
D-Rose,
I have
D-Rose.
some. I have some facts.
Excellent.
Okay. He.
Yeah, turn into
Little
a mic.
pump. Little pump.
Little
said,
Pump.
I really did drop out of Harvard to save the rap game, and that is the only evidence. One tweet that he actually did attend Harvard.
So why would Lil Pump lie? He wouldn't. because he dropped out of Harvard to save the rap game.
That's true. That would be the smart thing to do. To
Exactly.
say that he dropped out of
Okay, think about
Harvard.
this. Oh, no. All the geniuses. Steve Jobs, college dropout. Bill Gates, college dropout. Steve Jobs.
They had
What's Steve Jobs doing now?
Zuckerberg.
He's dead. But what's Bill Gates doing? Billionaire.
Bill Gates
So
was
you
not.
got a 50-50
Bill
chance
Gates
of
wasn't
getting
really a
out.
dropout until he
Zuckerberg's
already
had a
like
problem
was in
with
college
Facebook.
and like
Good.
Yeah.
was successful.
We're not-
Fuck him.
we're not
Fuck
talking
his
about that.
privacy.
We're not
They-
talking
Didn't Lil Pump get like arrested or something for like
Lil
firing
Pump
off a
did
gun
get
in his
arrested
house?
because he fired off a gun, but you know why? Because he was trying to break the societal standards
Get it.
on weaponry. He was trying to rebel against the injustices on Americans here, and that's all for a good cause. So I support him in his
I think
endeavors.
this is
I don't-
you, Adam.
Agreed.
Wait,
Stop,
who,
stop.
wait. Whose career was next? Like,
Sam.
I'm just looking at a video of Lil
Alright, wait, you're
Pump
next,
taking Xanax at Harvard Medical School.
And on his lab coat it says Dr. Pump.
Oh, of course.
Dr. Pump! Harvard dropout, Dr. Pump. We're done with this one. Alright, next, whose career is next?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just been thinking about the porn star thing. That actually might not be like a bad.
Alright,
idea.
Jake, what are you doing?
Get like free STD tests and stuff.
Skip my
You
answer.
know?
I mean, like, if I get lucky, I can do this voice acting thing. But like,
Voice acting as a career?
yeah, I mean, like, it would be interesting. I should. It would,
Alright, we're
it
pulling up some things for you to voice act, Mike.
Oh God! Oh
Yes,
God!
everyone
No,
be quiet. This
I'm
is-
doing this. No, I'm doing this tomorrow.
okay, so Jake,
I'll do
now
it
look at
after
the
tomorrow.
Discord. You're going to see a phrase that Adam is going to type to you, and you're going to
I don't know if
voice
that's a
act.
good idea.
And he's also going to type a persona that you have to be.
That's not a good idea. That's such a bad idea. Oh God! If I better be like,
This will be good.
this is not gonna be good.
Okay, while we wait on that, how are all you today?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
I'm well.
Had practice. Had water polo practice today. Just another thing about like college and stuff like that. Do you guys play and like what do you guys think about doing sports in college?
Wrestling.
Or what do you think about it? Like, I know for me, people ask like, are you thinking about doing water polo in college? Because I played water polo for my school. And it's like for me personally, it's way too much of a commitment to go into college and play a sport because it's like, yes, you've got that sport, but that's all you're gonna do. And I get the feeling that if I'd go to college and play sport, my grades would suffer and everything else would suffer. And I wouldn't be able to get to do what I want to do.
I agree. I don't mean to cut you off, but I got the phrase ready. Alright, Jake, you're going to be saying this. You're not going to think about it. You're just going to say it, okay? And say this in a deep anime hero voice. Okay?
This is gonna be kind of
Understand?
difficult.
Alright, we're good. Go. Just say it. You can't read it.
It's so like immature.
Say it.
I can't bring myself to say it.
I'll do it.
This is what professional voice actors have to do all the
I
time.
don't think so.
Professional voice actors. What about?
Depends
What
on the
about?
voice actor.
Okay, fine.
You gotta show range.
All right. This penis is of such a large variety. I've never seen one of such magnitude before.
Bravo.
Honestly, I only read that on 5 out of 10. Here, I can
Well, I know.
Wait,
I can't do it.
Let me
I
show you.
literally
Wait,
cannot
wait,
take it
We've
seriously.
been an amateur voice actor in the house right now. Wilhelm is known for his
No, we're not.
No, I think it is.
No.
excellent impressions.
This penis is of such a large variety. I've never
That's a
seen
little
one of
overblown.
such magnitude before. Anyways,
Next
Yes,
topic.
Mark.
this starts on a weird.
Oh, whoa, what's
edge.
this?
Jake fan
Hold
fiction.
on, Ian.
No!
Everyone just fucking skip me over.
Okay, Walker, say your career.
Nah, I don't know. I was gonna say that, but
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to know this early on. I don't even know, really.
That's fair enough.
So,
That's
Jake,
fair enough.
fan
Let's move
fiction.
on.
We're not reading that. We have to
Let's
build
move
up
on.
to it if we're doing this.
Alright, we've got our 2 etc. topics, which I'm just gonna state.
alright, if we do Jake's fan fiction, I
We've
got
got anime and then Jake's fanfiction, which
Anime's
hopefully will close off.
No, I don't
Unless
I
we've
wanna read
actually
it.
got any last minute suggestions right here to add in before we get into anime and Jake's fanfic.
I mean, I have a lot of things I can talk about if you give me the floor.
Well, like something like
Please don't let my channel die. I worked so hard.
Hey, Will, why don't you say what I just put in the Discord there? Why don't you just do that one? That one's pretty good.
No. I object
do
to
it.
this.
Say it in a high pitched
Alright, I object
anime
to
girl
this.
voice.
Cut! Stop! No more! No more!
Go, go.
so good.
Oh.
You had saved me again.
You lost it. You started good. You started off
Very
really
good. Stop.
This man is gonna go
Here comes the
and
charge.
vote-
Adam, you have saved me again.
I hate this.
Please take me to the light of the moon.
We're done here.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Can we end the podcast with that?
Put
Please.
it at the end.
Please.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Okay, we've got one quick topic before we go on to Jake's fanfic, which
I don't want to read it. I'm just
Come
going
on,
to give it
can
straight
we read
up.
it? Can we read it? Wait, there's multiple characters. We could do a narrator. Narrator, Jake.
No, I just like straight up don't want to read it.
Yeah,
I wanna be
fine,
girl.
Jake, you don't
I
have
wanna
to
be
read it.
girl.
Can we read it?
No!
have to act.
Please, it's so good.
No, I
Can
want to
we-
like,
Can we
no.
record it and then decide later whether to put it in or not?
No!
This
no.
part right here, I'll cut. Just can
And
we record it and then
I don't,
later-
I just like straight up don't want to.
Well,
That's
fine.
just like how
That's
we do it.
unfortunate. Good thing I recorded it all and wrote it out last night.
I just like.
That'd be great though.
Yeah,
That sucks. Okay.
That would be
anyways,
a
so
good
we've got our last topic, and then we'll just.
Gotta leave it a bit of a cliffhanger.
See
Maybe
if
if
he wants
maybe
to
this
do
gets
it
a lot of
again.
views and the comments are like, please read
It will be the
it, please.
first thing next episode.
It'd be a
okay?
bit of a it'd be a bit of a rude awakening, but I mean,
Adam, you better
I will
work
think
your
about
magic to get this number one on
Of
Reddit,
course.
number one on Twitter, and number
No
one on whatever.
doubt.
number one
I
on
want to be
Twitter.
famous.
YouTube trending.
Twitter's not.
We'll put some Fortnite gameplay over the cards. You know, keep people interested, keep people entertained.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gotta. That's how we'll attract all audiences. We'll have the sensual story for the older audiences, and then we'll have the Fortnite for the younger audiences.
Sure.
We've been going for. That can't be right. Oh, an hour and 5 minutes.
An
Yeah.
hour and 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, so
So
that
let's go-
only has.
I guess
about
we're gonna have
20
to cut out all of
minutes
what Will
Fine, let's
said.
get,
So
let's get,
we
let's
gotta
get our
wrap
final
it up.
topic in, and then any extra comments, which I think
Yeah.
is going to be a significant bit of time. All right, so we're going to get our final topic in that we have down, which is anime, and then we're going to get. I put this 100% serious. I don't know why you guys are laughing. And then we've got any other topics that people want to bring up. So, first of all, what is anime?
Anime is the Japanese animation style, you know, popularized in the, I'd say, mid to late 80s, I'd say is when
Yeah,
it
but
began to
let's-
pick up.
let's
steam.
actually- Let's actually go back to that. Let's just look at some statistics here, all right?
Oh, no.
You have statistics pulled up?
Oh no.
Yes, in my head.
Oh,
That's
These could be
worse.
made up.
I'm pulling one up right now.
Granted.
So just talk about something. Just talk about something.
So, if you guys have been looking, my channel numbers have been declining.
Shut the
And I
fuck
need
up.
your help. Your help to save it.
You
Now,
really just
for
have to
one
edit
small
more
donation
videos.
of clicking a red button,
You just don't make
you can
enough
save
videos.
my channel.
Honestly, like, you're just not putting
Actually,
in the work.
just subscribe to the
Seriously,
Eminence channel,
like,
because
just
I'm
make more
pretty sure I'm
videos.
gonna ditch
You have a ton of footage.
the Eminence or
I did that
my
kind of-
channel. Unless I do bring back Weekends with Wilhelm. Because,
Weekends with Wilhelm,
a
yes.
few months ago, I actually got someone to do
All
a
right,
quick
everyone.
fact check
As
on
you can
it.
see in the Discord here, we have my statistic right here.
are you gonna edit this in later?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
As you can see here, looking at this chart, we've got obviously during World War II, the United States of America nuked Japan twice, once on Hiroshima and once on Nagasaki. So as you can see, according to this graph, we have in the blue countries that were never nuked, and then countries that have been nuked in the red. And as you can see right there, the red country is in fact Japan. And if you look at it as well, it says countries that have created anime, and it's also Japan. So let's just put 2 and 2 together here. Countries that have been nuked. What is it? Japan. Japan.
Well,
countries that have made anime,
no.
Japan.
This
So,
is an active war.
with the transitive
Hey, no,
property,
no,
we
no.
can
Wait, I have a question.
say
I have a
that
question, bitch.
nuclear
Hold on.
bombs activate the human anime gene basically the same way
I
that
get the
Hulk's
feeling
thing
Wait,
works.
all nuclear bombs?
What?
All nuclear bombs?
Russia
Yeah.
has been new.
Are
Because
there a lot of weeps in
The
Chernobyl?
US
Russia and
nuked.
the US have both detonated nuclear bombs in their borders.
Yes, but
It
no one's
wasn't
been
an active
affected
war.
by it.
Oh, yes, they have.
Yeah.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, Nevada.
No, it's not like on a huge countrywide scale.
The
No,
Tsar
it's-
Bomba?
Yeah.
That's valid.
People in all of Japan weren't ready to die.
Yeah, but entire cities were.
That's not
And they
countrywide
spread
scale,
like
it's
a,
citywide
like
scale.
a disease.
Yeah, but it
the
spread like
anime
a disease,
gene
like you said, yeah,
spread
exactly.
throughout the whole
The anime
country,
gene spread.
and it's
I have
been
a feeling
leaking
that
out
this
into the
topic was a
world.
Bad idea.
I don't think it
it's
was.
a bad idea.
Okay, here's my point, basically.
So now do we
What's your
out here?
point? What's your
My
point?
point is unpopular opinion, but I think we should go out all out nuclear war, all countries. Why? Because at the end we will have only the best and the strongest anime making genes left, and in turn we will have the epitome of anime.
Play the anime music now.
Worldwide
Yeah,
nuclear
you say
war
that's
is
it.
uncontroversial opinion, yes.
Whatever. Anyways, like, all I really had to
Can we
say.
all agree that we need a new plague to just reset humanity?
All I really have to say
Actually,
seriously for this
yes.
one is that
I mean, let's be honest here. There are too many people.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have enough food.
yeah, region lock China. Anyways, like like I was saying, the only really serious topic I had here is alright. It's a question for you guys, right? Do you guys think that an anime revolving around so basically the main storyline,
Stepsister and steps.
two stepsisters
I
Oh my God, no!
are in an incest romance, but they're stepsisters and they like kind of just met each other. Do you think that's an interesting thing or not?
I think that's
think
very
that
interesting.
sounds
I would
weird.
watch it.
I
would
think
watch
it's
it.
a great time to
Wait,
start
hold on.
wrapping up this episode.
No,
Bring
but
it to closing
I
argument.
think that it's probably one of my favorite anime.
It's
It's called Citrus. It's very good. Like when you get past the fact that it's like really weird.
Why would you get past it?
Welcome to anime.
I've really sunk from just watching Naruto. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop.
You need to.
How are we gonna close this out? How are we gonna close this
Well,
out? How is this
we're
be
going to
a
talk
topic?
about just. I think the only way that we can close it out is to bring it back to Eminence. Like, what do we want to do with it? as a
Eminence
whole?
really, apparently, as far as I can tell, has really just turned into a Discord of a bunch of people who play video games, and the channel.
The
really-
YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's dead. It was never
Yeah.
alive.
So
The
how are
only
we
people
going to
who
make it alive? That's the real question.
Should we?
Like, I don't know.
Should
Oh, how about we release that
No!
war series?
Yeah.
Jake-
No!
Yeah.
Jake? Hey,
I don't
aren't you
know,
going to
should-
spend all Thursday?
we, should we even like revive this channel, or should we literally just make it a daily?
It was never alive. So
I mean, I like the podcast idea. Also,
Like let's just make it a place where we could put all our podcasts.
yeah, we
That's
could just
really
put
nice.
random stuff
And
up
then if
there.
you
Maybe it'll grow,
wanted,
maybe
if
it
you
won't.
wanted it to be, widespread, I mean, I have a bunch of subs. I have a huge Reddit presence. I could just easily spread it across. But the problem is,
as
will
soon
people
as
actually be interested in it?
As soon
Because
as I
we don't
did
even have
my-
to perfect our own like.
I mean, we can find out. It's an experiment.
Like,
That's what I said in the creation video of Eminence. It's more of an experiment. Or
yeah, and as soon as I get my actual computer up and running, like
Yeah,
I
Jake will be able to
I
do
will be able to do streams and like highlights and stuff like that. Which
and maybe edit episode 2.
yeah,
I've been getting into PUBG custom games, and I've been doing PUBG Strat Roulette.
Yeah, we need to
I
get
think
this
there's
sorted.
potential there. Okay,
Okay. So basically, the
We
general
for PUBG
census
custom
is
games.
that
Please upload.
when everyone has stuff, we will do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need
that's our
stuff.
plan
Yeah.
of attack.
Yeah, if you
We're gonna
have
stick
things
to
Plan
it.
of attack.
Sounds good.
I don't really
Yeah.
make videos, I'm just kind of here.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah,
here.
same.
I mean, you're a
You're
good presence
personality.
in the videos.
Yeah, that's true. I'm entertaining enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone likes it.
Yep.
Alright. So, is that a wrap on episode 1?
I think
I
so.
think so.
Yeah.
Make sure you click that
Wait,
red
hold
button.
up, hold up.
Oh.
Are you 100% sure you don't want to do the fan thing?
I'm 100%.
I'm not.
I'm
Where am I?
101,000.
Okay.
Let me see if I can dig up any of my old fan fictions. What? Because I
No.
Let's
No.
just do a fan fiction episode.
Wait.
Yes,
Yeah.
next episode.
Wait.
Maybe not necessarily.
What if we cut this and then make one on the spot right after this? Just like a 10-minute sequence, and then we could like do what we want with it later.
That's an
Mm,
idea.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Alright, let's just end this one, alright?
Yeah.
Well,
You wanna
let's
do
at
the
least
outro?
get the intro or outro.
Yeah, who wants to do it?
I've got it. So,
See you
Um,
later.
Wait, say that again.
Quiet down.
Biggity boo. See you later, pals.
okay, so once again, if you do enjoy this and you'd like to see more of it, make sure you subscribe to the Eminence channel because this is where we're going to be uploading any future podcasts or videos of any similar variety. And also hit that notification bell on any channel you're at, and same, please subscribe to my channel as well.
Also, yeah, definitely hit the bell because like YouTube's being very stupid
It's
and like
really dumb.
and like they're like you're not actually subscribed even if you hit the
For
subscribe
another
button.
day.
I know I'm setting it up.
Okay. I'm gonna do another outro just because I don't think yours are doing
Well, no,
Include
that's
the
fair.
same info.
I think mine was
it. Biggity boo.
Biggity boo.
Biggity boo! How are you?
Biggity boo. Catch you on the flip
I hope you
side.
cut yourself.
Emily,
Wait, well, make sure that camera's still recording first of all. Is it on?
It is on at 42%.
Alright, could you like twist the thing? No, the lens. Twist the lens so it zooms in.
On Adam.
Oh, it's very sad. Oh,
Just twist the lens.
turn it off. What are you doing?
Pause the podcast. Pause the podcast.
Subscribe.
What are you doing?
This is the quality content you're here for, right?
Subscribe.
Technical difficulties.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Right. God damn it, Will.
Broke it all. That's what Will's good for.
Will's not good for anything.
Actually, I have a really good option.
Except for
Can you
breaking
like
stuff.
Nah.
someone?
That was
you
a
don't
accident.
want, you don't trust me with that.
I know, Sam. Can you like?
What?
Can you, like
Oh,
so basically,
you
like,
don't want Sam touching the
no,
expensive
I'm
stuff.
gonna do something, and
I
then
want Sam
basically,
touching me especially.
after I say something, or I'll like signal to you, you just like pull this.
Pull
thing,
what?
This thing
Pull
down.
it down?
Yeah, down like that, and
It's
then it'll
gonna
zoom
go
out
great.
until it zooms out all the way. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Very simple.
Okay.
Very
Just
simple.
And then you gotta do the PewDiePie chair
So you
music.
just say bye.
It's only $3.99.
They basically pull.
Can you
Can you do this?
Quiet. Am I that good in the frame?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Alright, so this concludes episode 1 of the Eminence podcast. If you did enjoy this, please make sure to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more. We hope to be doing this maybe monthly or maybe even weekly, we don't know. It's obviously still a new beginning for all of us, so we're kind of just experimenting and figuring out where we want to go with this. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys on episode 2. Alright, now fake talk to each other. Trust me, it looks really good. That's how we do it with GBS.
Alright.
Yeah, I
So,
bet.
That's pretty good.
How was your birthday,
That
guys?
wasn't too bad.
My birthday
April
was
29th.
20.
Sam,
Yeah,
sit
that
down.
was-
Sit down.
Sam, fuck yourself.
Sit down.
Alright, yeah, that's a good outro.
Sick. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, works well.
It goes bad.
Go downstairs. Oh shit, OBS wasn't recording.
I mean, even if it wasn't.
Where should I put this? Where should I put this video file? Where should I send it to you?
A Google Drive? I don't know, something that could upload massive folders.
Yeah.
Something
I have a 250 gigabyte
Something that could
USB.
upload